You better. I'm like,
We're like, hey. So me and my sister got together to do a little wedding weekend recap. We talk about pretty much the whole weekend. We are yapping away, but we talk about what came up for me when it comes to my dress, which there was a fiasco there that happened, what came up when it comes to food, body image, and just how amazing the weekend was. So it's a little bit long because we really went into detail and we went into all the stories just because I loved it and I want to remember them forever, and I also wanted to share it with you guys. So, yeah, enjoy all the stories, all the lessons, and yeah, let me know what you think. Anywho, so I guess we should introduce you. Who are you?
hi, I'm Danny's sister, Natalia,
Yes.
aka Nat or
Nat.
Natty.
I feel like we have to say 3 fun facts about you.
No.
No. Okay, so you're the oldest one.
No, I'm
No,
not. I'm the
mine.
middle
You're
child.
older than me. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm
for me.
older than Danny, 3 years older to be exact.
Mm-hmm. So
And
it's
we have an
Edu,
older brother,
who is
Wabo,
what?
Eduardo.
Eduardo. We call him Wabo as a joke because that's how I used to call him when I was a baby. And when I want to bother him, I call him Wabo.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 1 year older than you.
A year and a half, yeah.
A year and a half. I was a surprise baby.
Yes.
It was just supposed to be you two, and then
Yeah. Surprise.
I showed up.
Unplanned.
I tore that house apart.
Exclamation point
I know.
for the family.
¿Y qué más? So you're older. You're the middle. You're the funny one. The more responsible one.
I'm the more responsible one. You're the funny one. And I'm definitely the more responsible, organized. And
Yes.
I'm in charge
Type
of
A.
everyone being organized
In
in
charge
this
of me.
family.
Anything I have, any question I have, I go to you before mom.
Yes.
I'm like, let me ask my sister.
And usually I have the answers.
You do.
I don't know why.
You're a doctor without
I'm Natalia.
a
and
degree.
Yep.
Right? You never got the degree, but
But I am a doctor.
literally.
Well, not really.
I know. So I was like, how do I make it?
I am. I'm not. But you can call me with medical questions and I will answer.
Literally.
I give sound medical advice. What
Sound.
else?
Before my wedding, I was getting sick, and I was like, this is an emergency for Dr. Natalia Durazo. And I didn't get sick. I took what you told me to the T.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 days later, which was when we were flying to Tequila, I was like, I feel good.
Yes.
Because of you.
We nipped it in the bud.
We nipped it in the bud. But what else? What else about our family? Mom, you and I are very close. We have a chat in which we talk every single day.
At all times. And if Danny, who is always busy, doesn't answer, it is assumed she has been abducted and or murdered. So
Literally. I'll be in session and mom's like, Danny, please answer. I'm like, Mommy, I'm working.
Why
Are you okay?
Answer, Danny.
She goes, hello? But the thing, when I check the chat, and she goes, even with you, that I'm like, Mommy, stop. She's like, oh, when, I don't know, when are you going to get your passport? 30 seconds later, hello?
Yeah. Immediate answers are wanted. Because that's how Mom and I are. We're like,
you guys are fast.
Come on, let's do it.
You guys are present.
Yes, let's do it. Let's answer it. Let's move it along. And Danny's like,
no.
We'll see. I don't know yet, you know? Which kind of brings us to the wedding.
Yes, literally.
That's how it was planning the wedding.
I did a speech for my mom.
Wanting decisions to be made, and Danny's like, oh, let me think about this. And
we'll see.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's talk more about the wedding. No, the planning was way more than I thought
Intense.
it would ever be. Ever. Because I was
It
like,
was
oh,
a
I just have
lot.
to plan the flowers, the food, the hotel, and that's it. The music. And then every single time we would check things off,
More
it would be
things
like
would
a
be
new
added.
layer of more, like a list of closer to the wedding things that you have to
Yeah.
plan.
More detailed. It would get more
Uh huh.
detailed.
And then I did
And
goodie
then
bags. So then I was like, why
the
did I do this?
church
The
was a
church.
Z.
That's
So
what broke
complicated.
me. That's what broke
It
me. Because there was this lady that pretty much had control over whether we were able to get married by the church. Her name was Rocio Lopez. If you're watching this,
we
it's
will never
you.
forgive
I know.
you.
And she would just put every single barrier.
Yeah,
Like,
so
well,
it's very frustrating. But anyway,
okay. So I got married in a little town called Tequila, which is literally where tequila is made. It's tiny. It's literally like
yes.
4 blocks.
It's called Pueblo Mágico, which is like a magical town. Mexico has several of those, like San Miguel de Allende and other towns, but it just means that they're super quaint, historical, beautiful,
Super cute.
traditional. So it was a super cute place
It
to get
was.
married.
It was.
Very quaint.
Most of us stayed in like the same hotel. So I loved it because every time I would like go to my friend's room or to your room, I would see someone and I was like, hi.
I know. Like
we
ever
were
since
together all
we got
weekend.
there, well, most people got there on the Thursday. So ever like the dinner that day, like the whole restaurant of the hotel was just wedding guests and people we knew, family, friends. So since Thursday, it was the celebration started, and it was so nice to just
Yeah.
hang out with everyone that came from far away. Everyone.
Yeah. The gathering
So that was
began.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so we got there Wednesday because we had to do a bunch of stuff. So we got there Wednesday. We got a rental car. We also went to Costco. It was like a Costco in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, there's not going to be anyone here. It was packed. I was like, anywhere Costco is packed.
I know.
So we drove like an
Love
hour. So we went to get all the stuff for the welcome lunch. And then I've never had Costco pizza. It was so good.
Oh,
And then we
it's
went
good.
I know, and a little solita. And then we drove to Tequila, which was another hour. So we went to like an hour and then an hour. And then we went, because we wanted to organize everything on Wednesday so that Thursday we could just relax.
Yeah.
Which is what happened. I brought all the things for the goodie bags, which was like a huge luggage that was just packed with everything that I had to pack for the goodie bags, which were so cute. And then we organized the goodie bags. And then Thursday we woke up, we relaxed, and then everybody started to get there.
I know. So exciting.
And then that night we all had dinner. And then a small group of us went to the rooftop bar at the hotel and kind of hung out there for the night. Then the next day was packed. When was the rehearsal?
The next day was packed. So we got up early because we wanted to get our hair done, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we got our hair done. And then you guys left to the tequila tour. At what time was it? At noon?
At noon, but we had the rehearsal.
Oh, we had the rehearsal like at
At
11.
the hotel. Yeah, at 11. Which I was like, it's not going to take that long. It did. It did take that long.
It did take long.
So we did the rehearsal with the kids.
Yes.
And then we went to the tequila tour.
Yes.
We all had our hats. It was really hot. That's the thing. Oh, the weather. The whole time. It was hot. It was hot. But the whole time getting up to the wedding, my mom and Calvin were like, it's going to rain. It's going to rain. Oh my God, it's going to rain. Look, I checked the weather. And I told them each separately. I
checked it too before leaving Mexico. And like,
it was going to rain.
The following 10 days were like clouds and rain.
And rain. I remember I think the day before or 2 days before, somebody, I think mom told me, she's like, she sent me a picture, 55% chance of rain for Saturday, which is the day of the wedding. And I told her, before I had told her, I was like, don't tell me that it's going to rain. I go, it's not going to rain. And she was like, we have to prepare. And I was like, it's not going to rain. I was just being delusional. And I was like, it's not going to rain. If I think that's not going to rain, it's not going to rain.
It's not going to rain.
It's not. And then the wedding planner the day before, Thursday, was like, we have to prepare for umbrellas. She's like, it's, I've never seen so much like so many chances of rain, so much percentage.
Because it was every day. It wasn't like, oh, maybe a couple days and then maybe it moves a little bit to the next day. It was like for 10 days straight. It was chance of rain.
And I was like, it's not going to rain. I didn't even answer the wedding planner. I was like, I'm not going to answer. It's not going to rain. So they didn't check the weather. Kelvin was like, I want to check the weather. And I go, don't. He was like, okay. Poor guy.
Better not.
I'm like, don't ruin it, as if he had like some power. And then Friday, it didn't rain. I think it rained like at midnight. Saturday, it didn't rain. Saturday, it rained like, I don't know what time. I was just like, oh, it's raining.
It rained
but
like
it didn't impact
1 in the morning or something. But like for 10 minutes. And
for 10 minutes, and it made it
under
cooler.
The tent. Like, it didn't matter that it was raining.
It didn't rain. I control the weather with my mind.
You did. Yes.
And then we went on the Tequila tour. Oh, here's something that happened. I did it. All the wedding planners, or everyone that was planning the wedding that I talked to, was like, remember to eat. Every single person. And I was like, honey, like, I'm a therapist. I'm an angel therapist. I studied nutrition. Like, that's not going to happen to me. So I was like, yeah, sure. Ha, ha, ha. I forgot to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Completely forgot to eat and, like, drink water. I, like, because I was like, we have to wake up, get ready. Mom, I think, had already eaten breakfast, and I was late, obviously, because I wanted to
woke up, like, at 7.
Mom would wake up so early, and she was like, I didn't have breakfast.
And she was like, what? Oh, my God, the wedding is today. So she would just wake up and, like, go. So
and go like, and be anxious.
And ready. I took a shower. She was
and ready. Just wait. Like, she would rather be ready and wait, and I would rather sleep and get there the second of so that I don't have, like, any moment waiting. Yeah. So I was like, whatever, I'll eat something there. And then I went to Mom's room. We got ready. And then I was like, oh, I have to get ready. And then I forgot to eat completely. And then forgot to eat and drink water. Because I think that impacted me too because it was really hot. So we went on the Tequila tour. It was really hot.
Like, we were sweating.
Yeah. So we went to the Tequila tour. No big deal. I was having fun. It was funny. And then we got off into, like, this, the fields. They have, like, fields, and they have, like, a little, like, store, whatever. And Kelvin comes, and he's like, oh, like, I was like, I'm really hot, whatever. And he was like, oh, let me give you a cantarito, which is, like, an alcoholic beverage. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. And because it has a bunch of, like, lime juice and orange juice and soda and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, it'll be refreshing, you know. He got me a huge one, like, huge.
The extra jumbo one.
I was like, oh, thank you. Thanks so much. And I was drinking or whatever. Isa was having chicharrones. And I was like, let me have a couple. Because then I was like, I'm drinking. I was like, let me eat something. But I forgot that I didn't eat. And then on our way back, it was really hot. And we went to the, like, Tequila Fabrica, the fabric?
The factory.
Yeah. And that's when I started to go downhill. I was like, this is so hot. And everybody was, like, smiling. And I was like, I'm really hot. And then I still had my cantarito, but I was like, I can't drink this because this is what's making it worse. So we had, like, the whole tour. It was really hot. And they started to taste, like, the agave, whatever, the cooked agave. And everybody was like, oh, my God, delicious. I gave my cantarito to Kelvin. And I was like, I'm going to go. Because I knew that after they were going to start tasting, like, the different tequilas and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And I was like, I have to go or else I'm gonna, like, die. I'm gonna collapse. So I was like, you know what? I gave it, and he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, stay with our guests. You're the host. I was like, I'm out. I'm out of here. So I went with a guy that was there and, like, working there, and I was like, can I have a bottle of water? And he was like, no, we don't have any. And I was like, what? And he was like, no, you have to go over there at the store or whatever. So I went to the store. And Dad was there.
Oh,
And
because
I was like,
Dad was
Dad,
having the same issue that you
I know.
were.
It's the same exact thing. And I was like, that's why we're related.
He was.
He was
He
like,
like
I didn't eat. And I was like, we either. And he was like, and then I drank. And I was like, me too. So I chugged a bottle of water. I ate half of Dad's chips because he was eating, and I was like stuffing my face because I was
Oh,
like, I'm gonna faint.
you guys. Poor
We
man,
literally
guys. Come on.
it was so funny. And I was like, wow, me too. And he was like, see, I was fainting at the tour. And I was like, me too. So, so we sat together and ate chips and drank water. And then I had a cantarito. Then I was like, okay, I feel better. But I was like shaky. I think I went to get
Yeah,
more
'cause you
chips.
didn't eat.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Plus,
think that's
it's
ever
like
happened
so
to me in my life.
overwhelming because everyone, like, it's different if you're just like another guest. There's a lot of people, but you're not necessarily talking to everyone.
Yeah.
But with you, like, everyone's coming up to you and saying, oh, hi, oh my God, we're so excited. Oh, yeah, congratulations. Oh, we're here. Hi, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to not say hi to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's also very overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Which I
yeah.
loved. But when I was like fainty, I was like, hi, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Help me. But then, and it's fun because everybody was having so much fun. Like his friends were having so much fun. Everybody was drinking their cantaritos. Everybody was drinking like they give you, because I did that little tour when we went to do the tasting with Dad and Calvin and Mom. So they showed us the tour and they did the cantarito and the tasting of it. So I was like, I've already experienced this. It's fine if I don't. I don't want to.
It's
like,
okay. It's gonna
drink
be fine.
more. Yeah, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And I was sitting with Sophie and Tanya and the babies too. So we were there, and then I felt better after my chips and my water.
I know.
And
oh my gosh. You're probably dehydrated.
I know. I think that's what it was. I mean, obviously, it was. I had to eat because yeah, and I had to drink water. I drank like 2 bottles of water, and then I was like, "You don't have any other food?" They were like, "No." I'm like, "Okay," and then I started to mingle, and then I had fun, and everybody was just like having fun and like so excited to see you, and I was like, "Oh my God, yeah!" So we did that.
So from the tasting, we went to the icebreaker.
The icebreaker, the welcome lunch,
which was gorgeous.
I
The
had
food was
umbrellas.
delicious.
The food was so good. There too, I almost forgot to eat, and there was because you're just like
Daniela.
hosting, and there was a waiter that was like, "I'm gonna bring you food." He was like, "I'm gonna go," because it was a buffet, and I was like, "Oh, whatever, I'll just sit down, and once the line goes down, I'll keep like mingling." And then I was like, "I'll get the food," and the waiter came in. He's like, "No, you're never gonna eat." He's like, "I'll bring you food. What do you want?" And I was like, "Thank you so much." And
Yes, no, you wouldn't have never eaten because then you like you're
like,
in line and someone else talks to you and then someone else talks to you.
Exactly. That's what I liked too about the experience, I guess. There was always someone that was assigned to me and Kelvin. Like at the wedding too. They're like, we're your personal waiters. Like, what do you need? And I was like, oh, because I didn't think I was gonna need that. When Fabiola, the wedding planner, would say that, I was like, okay, well, like, what am I gonna need? No, you need it a lot.
Yeah.
So I was sitting with my friends. There was like umbrellas. It looked beautiful, and the decorations were cute too. So we hung out there. That's where I lost my voice. We ate whatever, we hung out, and then me and Calvin were like, let's give a round. Because I think that's also what I liked about it being the whole weekend, that I didn't want it to be like the wedding event. And he'd be like, oh my God, this is the first time I see you. How are you? How are you doing? Like, I just wanted to like enjoy.
I know that's what you wanted, and I think that's what you got. Ever since like the Thursday at the hotel where everyone's there, it was just nonstop mingling with everyone.
Yeah, being together. So then we did a round. I was like, oh, it'll take 20 minutes. It took an hour.
Yes.
So by the end of it, I lost my voice. And I was like, I have to go.
You didn't stop talking to people. You did not stop.
I know. But it was amazing. It was great to see everyone and everyone mingling.
I know. When I saw you, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what she wanted. I was very happy that it was what was happening.
Yeah, exactly. It turned out
that's what you wanted before you chose any place. Tequila. That's what you wanted.
Exactly.
And that's why you chose Tequila. And it worked out how you wanted. So
yeah, it did. So we said hi to everyone, the people that came from out of town, the cousins, dad's cousins. Everyone's so nice. I love them. And then after, my social battery was just gone.
Depleted.
Gone. Non-existent. And I was like, we have to go.
Yep.
Literally, I was like, we have to get out of here. And everyone was leaving. So we left, what was it, like 6:30?
Yeah.
And then we went to the hotel, and everybody was at the rooftop, and I got FOMO, but I just couldn't go. I couldn't.
I got FOMO too, and I couldn't go.
Calvin was like, oh, no. He was like, oh, everybody's at the rooftop. And I was like, oh, like, have fun. And he was like, no, I don't know if I want to go. And I was like, go, because his friends were there. He came back 10 minutes later, and he was like, yeah, no, I can't do it. I was like,
Yeah, no.
we're too tired.
Plus the next day was the wedding.
The next day was the wedding. But he's a guy. He didn't have to get ready until, like, 2.
Yeah.
With us, it was like, we haven't got ready at 7. I was like, what?
I know, what the heck?
We'll get up at 7. So that was Friday.
Yes.
Anything that
And then Saturday was the wedding.
Saturday was the wedding. Even telling it back, I'm like, it's going by so fast.
I know. It really did go by way too fast.
It did. But I enjoyed it. Because everybody that you talk to is like, it's going to go by fast. Enjoy it. And every morning, me and Kelvin would wake up early. And we'd have our coffee, like, outside in the town to, like, be together and be present and be like, it's happening. Like, this is what we're doing.
Yes. Yeah, because if not, you just wake up and it's go, go, go. You don't even, like...
Yeah. We wanted to have our time together to be like, we're getting married. Instead of, like, hosting.
Yeah.
So that day, we did the same thing. We saw his family. And we were like, oh, whatever. And then we got ready.
We got ready, which we were ready by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. I feel like I knew
I
it was
think
going to happen.
what held us back, because everything was very well planned. First, we thought of, remember, we started getting ready at 10, right?
Yeah.
And the ceremony, like the church, was at 5. So I thought, and I said before, I was like,
Me too. I thought that too.
I think it's way too long to get ready. Why don't we start getting ready a little bit later? And then we kind of did calculations, and we were like, oh, okay, let's just leave it as is. It's going to be fine. Well, they did my makeup in 20 minutes.
When I was gone. I was like gone already.
At one point, I was like, okay, Mom, I'll be in your room at 4 so that I can eat something from 4 to 4:30, and then we can go down to the church. So I'm done. So I was like, okay, we finished the pictures in your room. And I had to go get my makeup done because they didn't finish my makeup before the pictures. And I was like, okay, so I have to be in Mom's room at 4, so let me go do my makeup. I look at my clock and it was 4:10. And I was like,
you're like, wait a second.
but I still have to do my makeup and then eat. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So of course, I get in the makeup chair and I was like, you have 10 minutes. And she was like, okay. And then I got to Mom's room, had 2 pieces of chicken, and then we left.
Yeah. That day I ate breakfast
up
because of you.
Yeah, what?
I had breakfast because of you. You were like, I'm having breakfast. And I was like, breakfast! I was like, I'm supposed to eat something.
No, it's not. It would have been bad because we didn't have time to eat before the ceremony.
There was no time. And we also, thank God I changed our pictures to before. Because if not, we wouldn't have pictures.
Yeah, so before the wedding, it was suggested that because there had to be a photo session of the bride and the groom. Mm-hmm. At some point, obviously. Yeah. So Danny always thought it was going to be after the church because you wanted Kelvin to see you for the first time when you were walking down the aisle. Now, I always said, I think you should do it before, like the wedding planner says. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to be just flustered after the ceremony because you want to just go and be at the reception not take like an hour or more somewhere apart from your guests getting photos. It's gonna be late. So
Yeah.
the light, you're running
The
against
light.
against
That's why I
time for
changed
the
it.
lighting. And you're not gonna look your 100% best because even though you just left the church, it's still like it's hot.
It was hot.
You've been getting ready since 10. It's already 6. So
Yeah.
I was like, I think you should have the photo session like the wedding planner suggested before the church.
Mm-hmm.
And you do a first look. So it's still special. So finally you decided to do that, and we concluded after everything that happened that it was the right decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
And it's as in a very Danny fashion, it was decided like 2 days before the wedding. I was like, you know what?
Let's do it.
Let's
And it
do
was a good
it.
call. If not, you wouldn't have had as nice pictures because you just would have been like, I'm done. I'm done.
I
These are
was.
the pictures. Goodbye.
I was done. When we took the family pictures, we took like 5.
I
like,
know.
Thank you.
And they're beautiful.
Dad
Thank
too.
God. But you were like, let's go. And everyone was, it was just like, let's take the picture and go,
Yeah.
Um,
Dad went like
and
this.
it was
He
dark.
was like this. He was like this. And he was like, that's it? And he was like, thank you.
Yeah.
He left. He was like, this is it. And I was like,
No,
me too.
and it was getting dark at that point.
It was dark.
It was dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
No, and it would have
But
been
let's
too
go back
much.
to the beginning.
Beninging.
We haven't talked about your dress, which
My
was
dress.
also one of the big issues that we had.
Very Danny.
So
Yeah.
you bought your dress, when was it?
In Miami.
2024? Was it December?
2024. I think it was June.
Summer?
Because December's when we got it. It was this summer.
Yeah, so a year ago, or more than a year ago,
Uh-huh.
you went and chose your dress.
Oh my God, it was so
Summer
fun.
2024.
I didn't like any dress. I felt like it was a costume.
Yeah. So you didn't like lace, you didn't like sequins.
I didn't like
You didn't
A-line.
No, you wanted something very chic, very demure.
Demure and chic. And I was like, this is... And I would send pictures and I was like, this is what I want. And then I would try it on and I was like, I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
And you tried on this dress and it was spectacular. So yeah, it was gorgeous. We had pictures, everything. It was ordered, right?
It was ordered
What happened?
from Australia. So what happened was, I don't know what happened. We ordered.
You got it in December.
I got it in December. The size that I ordered, they didn't have in store. They had my size in another dress. So I tried the other dress and I was like, perfect. This is the perfect size. When I tried it on in December, it was a little bit tight. But I assumed it was because it like wasn't worn. Like the dresses at the store were like worn.
Yeah.
Because it was like a fabric.
It was like stretchy fabric. So, a lot of people try it on. It wears and it gives more.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I'll just have to like stretch it a little bit and it'll be fine. So no big deal. I was like, perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. I was obsessed. Then I did the whole I didn't want to do a veil because then I was like, it's too cute. So I did like a little, the thing that I put
Like
on
a cape. An organza.
Organza cape.
Yeah.
So I did that, right? So everything was ready for the wedding. But then I remember seeing one of the videos where I tried on the dress, trying on the little organza thing. And I was like, it's not stretched out enough. And I was like, I'm not liking the fit. So I asked you, you were like, no big deal. You look gorgeous. And then I also didn't have the, what's it called? Faja,
The shapewear to go underneath. Yeah.
the shapewear. And you were like, no. And I was like, okay. And then I asked Mom and she's like, girl. And I was like, no. She was like, you could tell that she was like, how do I say it? Literally, she's like, thank you for asking, finally. And she was like, no. And she was like, you just have to lose a little bit of weight. And I was like, how much? I'm like, 50 pounds? So then I started to get in my head and she was like, just eat a little bit less. And I'm like, Mom, that's not how it works. Yeah. Obviously, she was just like trying to help. That's her caring. She's like, I'm your mom. I have to tell you. I'm like, I know. So then I was like, oh my God, it looks horrible. And I was like, you're fine. You're good. It's fine. You love the dress. And I kept asking you, I was like, do I like it? So I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. This is like a week before the wedding. And I was like, you're fine. I kept like ignoring myself until one day.
Like you had the uncertainty ever since having that discussion with mom.
With mom. Yeah.
It was
if she would have been like, you're fine.
The shapewear, you ordered other shapewear as well, right? Because first
I had an old one and then I got Skims.
Which was amazing.
Uh-huh.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
And then it was established that it was going to be fine, that you're going to stretch it out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Then a week before the wedding.
The weekend before the
didn't
wedding.
dissipate.
They didn't. Literally, this is me. I was sleeping. And then I was like, I can't wear this dress. I woke up and I was like, I can't wear that dress. It's not happening.
So like Friday, so the Friday before the wedding, it was Friday, right?
It was Friday.
You say, I'm going to change my dress. How crazy is that? And me and mom were like, huh? We're like, but what, where, how? It's not possible.
I was like, I can't wear that dress. Because the thing is that the whole time I was ignoring myself. Thursday, I was like, why am I so, like, what's happening? And I realized that I was thinking about the dress. Like, what am I going to look like? Should I eat less? Should I be eating? And then I was like, I'm supposed to enjoy my time. And I don't want to be thinking about food and my body.
Yeah. Like, if I eat this,
and I was like,
I'm going to feel uncomfortable.
I was like, it's coming up. So I think that was Thursday. And then I went to sleep. I was like, let me sleep on it. I slept on it and I was like, I can't wear this dress.
You were like,
ding. I was like, ding, it can't happen. Because I was like, I'm prioritizing the dress or like focusing on like worries versus having fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to prioritize.
What am I going to look like? I need to look this way. And the dress is an obstacle because, and then.
Yeah.
You had to say, no, I need to make myself the priority.
Exactly. I need to prioritize fun.
I'm going to have a wedding.
Exactly. So I woke up and I was
like,
Friday. Guys, I can't wear this dress. I'm sorry. I have to find a new one. And mom was like, where? Where are you?
Yeah, we're like, but how? Like, you order them. Like, they're not going to have your size and adjusted and everything.
I was like, if I have to go to Pronovias and be like, give me a sample. So I was like, let me see.
Take my money.
I know, I'm like, credit card. So I texted the lady that did the little capita, the little organza.
Yeah, the organza cake. Mm-hmm. She made it. Mm-hmm. And it was beautiful.
And I texted her and I told her exactly what happened. I was like, hey.
What did you tell her?
I was like, hi, how are you? I leave Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, because you left Wednesday.
I left Wednesday.
It's not even about...
No, Natalia.
Days before the wedding.
Monday and Tuesday were holidays. Because it was a Mexican independence, so nobody worked.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's true. Mm-hmm. That's very true. Like, so, just so everyone knows, Monday and Tuesday were official days off. Mm-hmm. Like, official holiday. Yeah. Because it was Independence Day. It was like, if it's 4th of July, like, no one works.
Nobody works.
And then on Wednesday, you left.
And then on Wednesday, we left at like
and it was
4 a.m. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And it was Friday. You were very lucky that the seamstress wasn't like, girl, I'm out of town.
Or like, no, it's Friday.
Half of the city left on Friday and did not come back until Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. Which is very common.
Everybody that. Like, leaves. That's just, it's Independence Day. It's Independence weekend. Bye. Goodbye. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you were lucky.
I texted her. And I knew it. Like, I knew it was going to happen. I was like...
Yeah, you knew she was going to help you.
It's going to get solved. So I was like, okay, I can't wear this wedding dress. And I was like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? So a little update. I can't wear my dress. I want to have an option of if the day of I wait. Oh, you know what also happened? that made me be like, no. I started to feel like I was going to get my period. And I was
What?
like,
That's
I'm going to get my period.
terrible news. That's
I
like
knew it. Because my
mother.
body, so I start to feel
Like
like I'm going to
crampy
get
or
my
whatever.
period. But I always feel that like a week or two before I get it. And I never know when I'm going to get it. And I was like, I'm not supposed to, but my body's
But you
telling me
know,
that I am. So I was like, no. Because what if the day of I wake up super bloated and just like with horrible cramps and feeling horrible, and
yeah,
I'm stuck with
you
this
don't want to.
stress?
You don't want to wear that. No, no one does.
Exactly. So I was like, no, I can't leave it up to chance. So I told her I want to have an option. I didn't tell her that I got my period, but I was like, I want to have an option of something that I can add. So I was like, can you make me like a little skirt or something that I could put on top if I decide to wear it? Because I also thought like I wore it like after, but I also thought like if I have to wear it to the church and not wear like my original
Yeah,
dress and whatever, like I don't care if I look ugly or not perfect. I would rather enjoy my time. That's
exactly.
what was leading.
That's
That's
what
the
it's about.
change
That's
that
what that
happened.
day is about. It's not about you
Looking
wearing a certain
perfect.
dress that in your mind, yeah.
Exactly. And that's what made me realize like, wait, what do I want this to be about? Do I want me to be worried the whole weekend? Or do I just want an
And wear the
option?
freaking dress,
Uh-huh.
or
Or not look
who
perfect or
cares?
whatever. So she answered immediately. I love her. I owe her so much. And she was like, hey, yeah, no problem. Come. And I was like, what? And she has two helpers that because of the little thingy, I like already knew. And she was like, they're going to be there. So tell them what you need. And yeah, perfect. And I was like, when can you
And when
have
did
it
she say
ready
to go?
by?
Like Monday or Friday?
No, she said Monday we don't open. So she was like, I'm going to have them work Saturday and Sunday. No, I think they worked Friday and then Sunday they went in just for me. But she
Okay.
was there with her family on Sunday. So like they were already there.
Yeah.
So I sent her pictures. They gave me fabrics. There was one specific fabric that was perfect.
Thank
Literally
God.
perfect.
And
Because
thank
there
God
was,
she had the fabric, because what if
I
she didn't
know,
have a stock of white bridal fabric? And
insane.
it's like, where are we gonna get a fabric that matches your dress?
It
Thank
matched it
God.
perfectly. And I gave her options. He was like, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that. And I was like, let's
We
do
were in
this.
the chat. We did a video
Yes, we
call, the three of
FaceTimed.
us, mom, you, and me, to kind of
Mm-hmm.
see what it looked like and how it was
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Because you studied fashion. So you know a lot about that. You were like, that's not going to fall like that. Do it like this. Make it less puffy. Let me get this. And I was like, perfect. So we did that. I left. She was like, come back Sunday at 1. And I was like, okay. I got there Sunday. She was there with her family, whatever. Then they left, and I was with the like assistant. And no, I think I went Saturday too. I don't know. But I tried it on, and then they fixed it again. And then I went Sunday and I picked it up. And he put like a little, because I was like, how am I gonna like hold it up when I'm like dancing? And he was like, I'll be back. And he came back and he put like a little string, and he was like, you have to tie it. And I was like, I don't care. That's perfect. And it literally fit perfectly.
It did.
It looked
It
perfect.
looked like you bought the dress, and it's a two-piece dress that is adaptable, and that's what you got.
And that's what I got. And so I took it, and she was like, send me pictures. She was like, I pretty much made your dress. And I was like, honestly, yeah.
She did. No, first of all, she saved the day because she removed all the stress. She removed the pressure, the uncertainty, the having to adapt to, oh, should I drink this? Should I eat this? How am I going to feel later about it? Because I have to wear the freaking
Am I
dress.
going to bloat?
She removed all of that. Plus, it looked perfect and it looked beautiful.
Yeah. And she wasn't like, this is last minute. Like, she didn't shame me. She didn't guilt me. She was like, of course, yeah, no big deal. And I was like, oh, thank
You know what? And that's so important to not shame. Because some people do that.
Exactly.
They feel like they're important. Like, oh, now I have to save your wedding day. And she didn't do that. That's really nice.
Yeah. And she wasn't like, it has to be extra because it's like expedite. She was like, no problem. No big deal. What else? Okay. So the day of, I got my period. Knew it. Called it.
I can't believe
And
that.
I know. I knew
I
it.
feel like it's your body, it's your mind.
Maybe I
Like
control the weather
you're
and my
thinking,
period.
don't get your period, don't get your period, and your body's like, period, okay, here we go.
My body's like, noted. I'll do
Yes.
it. I'll take care of it. I'm like, period, period, period. But anyway, it was no big deal. So I was like, okay.
Hey, you had the skirt.
I had the skirt. So we got ready. We took the pictures. Me and Calvin, we did the first look. It was so sweet.
But you didn't wear the skirt.
Exactly. So we got ready, and the call was, depending on how I feel, I would wear it or not.
Yes. So it was available. So you put on. You put on the dress. Mom and I helped you, and you were in the midst of getting your period.
And you guys ran.
Like, should I just put the skirt on? And we were like, you look perfect. You looked amazing. Yeah. It fitted amazing. You didn't look bloated, nothing. It was just spectacular.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, let me go take my pictures and take it from there.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you had to run through the hotel five times.
It was so funny because okay, so I was there and you're like, go to my room. I
need tampons. Yeah.
And I was like, yes, give me your key. Where's your room? Ba, ba, ba. And then I ran to the room and I was like, seeing people in the hallway and they're like, hey, and I'm like, hi. And I was like, I get to your room.
We were all ready, and I feel you weren't ready yet, no?
I wasn't ready yet.
Everybody was ready, and you were like jogging.
My hair was done, but I had no makeup on.
Yeah.
And so then I get them, I go down, and it's like, it was like mom's room was here, your room was here, and then you had to go down to a hallway that connected. And so then I'm coming down to the hallway here, and I run into mom, and she's running with her makeup and her hair done, but she's in her robe, and she was running, and she goes like, no, you have to go back and get her makeup back. And I was like, yes. So I go back, I'm running. So then we go like this again, and then I go down, and then I see her again. She's like, you have to get the big pads and I don't know what. And I was like, okay. So I go back.
Because every time mom would come up, I was like, oh, you know what? I also need this. And she was like,
yeah. So,
okay.
So we would like run and then go down and then run. And I'd give her what it was. And then we go up and everything. And then what happened? Oh, so then I was like, that's when we said we have to meet here at 4. It was like 3:59. And you left to take your pictures.
For the pictures, yeah.
I needed to do my makeup and I needed to eat. So then I was like, I'm going to go. I was sure that more things were going to come up. Yeah. So I was like, I need to go put on my dress and be ready.
The dress. Yeah.
I didn't know. I bought my dress like 8 months before. Over the summer, I didn't exercise.
Gorgeous.
I was like, oh, I gained a few pounds. And then I was like, oh, wait, the dress. Like, I don't know if the zipper's going to zip. And I was afraid to do it. So I was just like, I'm going to take the dress. And
you're avoiding it. We were like, try it on. You're like, no.
I avoided it until the day of. I was like, we'll see what happens.
Mom was like, try it on. You're like,
and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. So anyway, I was like, I need to put the dress on and have like my purse, everything ready. So that they just do my makeup and I leave. I don't have to go back to my room because I know more things are going to come up. And I did that. Couldn't get the zipper up. I was like, the makeup artist can do it. So I went down to get my makeup done. We get done. And I was like, can you put my zipper up? And she's 3 of them. One was holding it closed. The other one was pulling the zipper up. She's like, girl, it's not closing. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, you know what?
Stuck.
Whatever. I'll figure it out. That's when you texted me and you were like, I forgot my speech.
The speech? Oh my God. I forgot everything.
And I was like, I'll go get it. But then I didn't have a key. So I ran to the lobby. I ran and I was like, hi, I'm the bride's sister. I need to get into her room. She forgot something and I don't have the key and I don't have time to go back. And they were like, okay. And I was like, come on, let's go.
You're like,
so we went.
Believe me.
And I was like, wait, what if Kelvin's in there? And we just barged in. So he's knocking, and he knocked like 10 times, like, servicio de recámara. And I was like, okay, I think he's not in there. So he opens the door and he's like, obviously, like, okay, let's see if this girl is for real. I was like, yeah, I'm just getting this envelope. We can go now. And that's when I was ready. Then I saw you in the room and you helped zip up my dress because it's not that I didn't fit.
It
It
fit.
was a tiny
Nobody,
thread.
exactly. Nobody questioned why.
Yes.
I was like, cause mom, I was eating. I was with my dress and I had a robe like that eating. I was like a tiny piece of chicken. And they were trying to zip you up. And dad was like, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it. And it wouldn't go up. And I was like, you guys have to see why it's getting stuck.
Yeah,
They're
because
like, it's
like
getting
the zipper
stuck.
would meet tightly. Like it was not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the zipper should have closed if we were able to get them together. So something was like blocking it.
Yeah, it was the little strings. And I was like, I think it's the string. So I was like, come here. And then I fixed it and we zipped it up.
Yep.
And dad was like, see? We did it. Dad was so funny.
I know. Thank God. Because I was like, I'll just wear it open. And mom was like horrified. Like, what?
Mom.
And I was like, I don't care.
I know. We're like, we're fine. It doesn't matter. Mom's like, oh my God, no, you guys can't do that.
Like,
We're like, who cares?
yeah. Anyway, it closed. And from there, we all went down.
Mm-hmm.
You went with dad to the car to wait outside the church. We all waited.
Yeah.
The
And then the
ceremony.
speech, what happened with the speech was the wedding planner gave me like an assistant to be with me, which she was the best. I was like, I don't think I need her. No, she was very needed. And she was the one that reminded me about the speech. She was like, oh, so Fabiola told me about your mom's speech, so if you want to give it to me. And I was like, I was like, the who? Like, I don't know where it is. Oh my gosh. So I was like, oh my God, it's in my room. And I was like, can you go? And she was like, yeah, but the thing is that I don't know what she said. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll tell Nat.
Yep.
And you're like, okay. So that's why you had to go get the speech, because I left it in the room in an envelope and you had to get it. So then you gave me the speech. I had like 3 bites of chicken and then we had to rush to leave. And
yep, it was time.
Yeah, it was time. You guys left. I stayed there with Ba. And then we went in a car because I was like, we need AC. It was so hot.
It was so hot. And the
so
car
hot.
was only like, to walk to the church, you just had to cross like a 10-foot wide street. And you were at the church.
And you were at the back of the church.
But the reason you wanted the car was AC because it was hot.
It was hot.
And we had to wait in the sun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so we went to the parking lot and I realized that I had no idea what car it was. So this guy was like, hey, come over here. And I was like, well, let's hope it's that one. Just got into
He saw bride and he was like, I'm here
like,
for the bride.
It's you. Yeah. I was like, okay. So we got into the car and I was like, put the AC. He had the AC blasted already. And we drove out and it was awesome because it was the windows were dark. I had tinted windows and we would see everyone. So nobody could see us, but we would see everyone. I saw Kelvin, you and mom, everybody being like,
yeah, we were there. The boys.
And then everybody started to line up. And then that's when the assistant was like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh, I know. And then me and Bao were talking in the car. He's so sweet. Life lessons.
So special.
I know. He was like, I'll always be here. Anything that you need. And I was like, thank you so much. He's so funny. Because we were like all serious. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And then the assistant came in. He's like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, let's go.
It's go time.
He's like, let's do this. And I was really excited. I thought I was, because I'm never nervous because I guess this is the theme of the day. I don't worry about something until it comes time to worry about it.
Well, that's great.
I thought, yeah, it's good until Friday before my wedding. I'm like, I need another dress.
Yeah.
But it helps because I wasn't nervous at all. Yeah. So I was like, probably I'll get nervous once I get to the church. Because I know myself and I was like, maybe once like the event comes and then I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm getting married. But it never happened. I was like really happy, very excited. And I was like, all right, let's go. So then dad helped me walk and everybody was lined up. So Kelvin was there and I was behind him and he didn't know. And then everybody started to walk down the aisle, and I was like, ah. And that's it. Yeah, then we got married. We walked out. Mariachi
There was the
started
mariachi
playing.
playing.
It was perfection. And then me and Calvin, I think it was a photographer, someone told us to keep walking. They were like, keep walking, keep walking. So we just kept walking. And the wedding planner came up and they were like, where are you going? That's not where you're supposed to go. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's funny because we got good pictures. Then we walked the mariachis.
We walked with the mariachis through the whole town. Well, not the whole town, but through big portion of the town to the reception.
It was what, like 3 blocks? No?
Like 3 blocks. Everyone like in the town that wasn't part of the wedding was like taking pictures of you guys and sending well wishes.
Yeah. It was so sweet.
So nice. They were just like, oh my God, the wedding.
Yeah. They were like, oh my God, somebody's getting married. It felt like very sweet. Like everybody was just
like how nice. You care about me. And I didn't even know you.
I know. I'm like, hi. With the mariachis. Then we got to the reception.
The reception, which was a very big property. It had like a little ruedo where they did like a charro show. And
where the mariachis playing.
The mariachis were playing the charro, and then a course with the charro came out. It was nice and brief, but it was nice.
Yeah.
And then we walked into the cocktail hour. Which I think you guys took a few more pictures, no? Or something?
No, I left. I dipped. The thing is that I remember this happening at your wedding too. When everybody comes to say hi. At your wedding, I left too. At your wedding, everybody was saying hi to me too. And I was like, whoa. And I walked to the table and I sat down. But the thing is that it was my wedding. And I could have chosen.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, hi. And I was like, hi. I said hi to the last person and I continued walking. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, it's too much. I had it was too hot and it was too many people and I was like, I need a break. So I walked out and the assistant helped me and Kelvin came running. He's like, are you okay? I took off the thing. I was like, take this off.
Oh, the little cape.
The
organza.
The organza. I took it off. And Kelvin was like abanicándome with the fan. And I was like, and I felt bad for him because I was like, no, go enjoy. And he was like, no, I got overwhelmed too. So I was like, okay, good. So we had a moment there. So yeah, we stayed there for a little bit. And then the pictures came. I thought, here's the thing. I did the pictures before because I also wanted to enjoy that cocktail time with everyone. I wasn't there. I didn't go. Because I left.
Okay.
And I was sitting down, and then it was picture time. So I was like, well, I guess I didn't enjoy it. And then Mariano came, and everybody was like, where do you want to do the... Right. Everybody was like, where do you want to take the pictures? The family was there, and I could, my... What's it called?
You were like
I
whatever.
Compute.
Don't ask me more questions.
I couldn't compute. I was just like, I can't. We took 2 minutes of pictures. I was like,
literally
2 minutes of pictures. I just stood there. I was like, and every picture I'm like,
but everyone looked fine. Like even the boys
perfect.
that are in the picture, sometimes you think, oh, it's gonna be hard to get a good take. The 3 pictures he took were perfect.
It was perfect, and they looked beautiful. And then, thank goodness, we already had our pictures, so we were like, beautiful. That's it.
Then we all walked into the tent. You did not.
I did not.
And that's the moment you put the skirt on.
When I went to put on the skirt. I fixed my hair because the little thingies annoyed me. I was like, get on my face. So I changed that. And I just put 2 clips. And Fabiola was like, let me fix it. She's like, you look horrible. She's like, I'll fix it. She's like, just sit down. So she helped me fix it a little bit. And because the thing is that with me, I don't care.
Me neither.
I already got the pictures. We look beautiful. I don't care if I look hideous with 2. I don't care. Let's just have fun. Let's eat and have fun. And
exactly.
Whatever.
Let's have fun.
She's like, Mom. She's like, no. Let's fix you up. And I was like, okay. Because I wanted to get out there and be like, yay. I feel better. Because there was AC in there too. So I was like, I got cooled down a little bit. So then I walked out and Kelvin was in the kiosco sitting there waiting for me. I was like, hey.
Oh,
I
and we were
know.
all already at our tables,
At
no?
the reception. Yeah, yeah. So then you were there. We walked in with the little chisperos.
Yes, with your song, the
Yeah.
little pyrotechnics,
Pyro.
everyone
Yeah.
was happy.
Yes. And I did not stop screaming after that. I was like, yeah, this is so great. So we went around. We had dinner. It was so good. And
Delicious.
so I had dinner. We kept laughing, talking, and then what
It was time
else?
to get the party started.
It was time to get the party started. So then all the pictures.
The
So
pictures, you can't not mention that
I
amazing idea,
know.
which is going to go viral, and everybody
Everyone's
better
gonna do it.
thank Kelvin.
I
Because it was his idea.
know. When we met with the photographer was like, I remember what he said, and Kelvin was like, why don't we go around and take a picture with every single table? Because he's like, I want to have the picture with people that are there, like remember who's there, whatever. And I was like, I'm a party pooper. Every time you tell me something, I'm like, and then
You're
I'll
like,
warm
it's
up
a
to it.
terrible idea.
And I'm like, I don't think so. The photographer was like, yeah, it's fine. Like, if you don't want to do it in the end, just tell us and we won't do it. So I was like, okay, perfect. It was the best part. It was the best part of this.
But the best part is that you did it fast. So the DJ was like, before this song
We have
finishes,
one song.
it's like a 5-minute song or a 3-minute song, whatever.
Cardio.
Everyone has to have a picture taken.
Yeah.
So you guys ran from table to table, and everyone was like, "Okay, they're taking the picture with the table before us. Let's get up and get ready."
Yeah,
So we were
yeah.
all in position. The tables would already be in position, and then when you guys got there,
We would be like,
we were ready for the picture. So it was super fast, super fun.
Mm-hmm. It was funny, and we kept running from table to table, but also everybody would be like, woo, like receiving us, like celebrating and excited. So we were like, oh my god.
And so the pictures are the best because everyone is like so happy, and I feel like maybe with because usually at weddings the photographer will go by like table to table and say like, oh, you guys pónganse para la foto, and it's like you're kind of just sitting there, so you go like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it's like a more serious picture. But here it's like you see the pictures and everyone is like, yay! So
Everyone's so
fun.
excited.
The best.
So yeah, we did that. Literally was cardio. I was like, like
I know.
sweating out of breath, and I was like, that was so fun. Then it was the first dance for Kelvin and his mom, which everyone cried. It was the sweetest song. But we sat, because there were like little couches around the dance floor, like loungy couches. And we sat there to like watch them, but also to prepare mom for her speech, for my speech.
I already had a napkin ready for her. Because
You gave me lip gloss.
Cries at the drop of a hat.
Always. Which was included in the speech.
Yes.
I remember you being like, here, mom. And she's like, why? I don't want that. And you're like,
And I was like, I think you're going
just
to need
take it. Just take it. And she goes, oh.
it.
So then they danced. And I dedicated my bouquet to her. I gave her a speech because and I wrote the speech the night of. So when on Christmas Day, we picked the song me and my dad were gonna dance to. And my dad was like, yeah, okay, no big deal.
And I just want to say something before that. She had been saying, guys, let's pick the song. Come on, let's play songs and choose it. And you were busy and you had other, priorities.
Yeah.
And, it was Christmas and we were all in misery.
we're all miserable.
And so just no one really was like, oh yeah, let's do it, because we were like, the song is going to get chosen. We didn't feel the need to like sit down and listen to the songs, right? Like we thought, well, in a month, Danny's going to be like, oh, I chose this song. And that's that. But mom was like, no, come on, you guys. When are we going to listen to the songs? Come on. And finally we were like, okay, let's put the song.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
she kept every little song. She was like,
she kept crying and she kept going to the kitchen to cry.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, the lyrics are so beautiful. But everybody was fine. Not even my dad. My dad was like, not even paying attention.
Yeah, my dad was like, yeah, I like this song, but maybe they can, make it shorter. And, we were just talking about, and my mom was like, ooh.
She was like, and she would like cry.
Yeah,
Like
that's
she
why she
had
would
to
go to
like
the
step
kitchen
up.
because it wasn't just like a little tear dab it,
It was like bawling.
No, she would like get up like, oh,
Ugly
I
cry.
need to let this out, and
Uh-huh.
so
And she
she
would
would
come back.
go to the kitchen.
I know. And then she would come back and then be like, and then go up again. Um, so that's when I was like, because dad cared. But it was, with me and him, it was just like a song and it was beautiful and it was a sweet moment. But for mom, it was like,
Yeah, it meant so much more.
it meant so much. Yeah. So that night, I wrote the speech. Because I was like, there has to be something for her. Number one, because she's helping me so much with the wedding. But
Yeah.
also because she has to be mentioned. I feel like
Yes.
she's such a special part. She makes everything special for us. She always just like wants to
She
see us happy.
does.
Every effort that she can goes for us to be happy. So
For making moments special.
yeah, making moments memories. So I wrote the speech that night, and that's the speech that I gave my mom.
It was beautiful. Everyone was crying.
I know.
So beautiful.
My
She was like,
mommy. She was like, ugh.
yeah.
Because I gave, everybody got goodie bags, and I gave my dad a embroidered pañuelo, handkerchief, with a letter. I gave you and my brother a letter, and I didn't give her anything. So I was like, I wonder if she's like, hey.
No, I think she was so like she would say, like, with a chicken with her head cut off ever
Yeah.
since she got there. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that I think that's the last. She didn't even realize.
Yeah, my mom is anxious. And so I gave her the speech, and then I danced with my dad. So I gave her the speech, then I gave like a few words to dad, and then we danced, which was super fun. And then I danced with Kelvin. My
So
everything.
The best song.
The thing here is that he has a bad back. Okay?
And he threw that out the window.
He forgot about it. He was picking me up and spinning me every second. And I'd be like, stop. And he was like, yeah. So when the song came on, the end, the little like papers, he picked me up and I was like, stop picking me up. You're going to break your back.
He's gonna
He's going to be like, he's going to get stuck. So whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Then we did the dance, and then the dance floor opened up, and that's it. We partied. The
we
whole
partied
night.
the night away. Well, then
whole
you
night.
changed dresses.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, wait.
But that was the plan from the beginning. That
Yeah.
you were gonna have from the beginning. You were
From the
gonna
beginning.
have
A party
another dress.
Yeah. Which was just, it had like an opening until like from up until like my knees. It was, I think it was like $30. I got it on the internet, and I was like, got it on
On the
sale.
internet.
On the internet. And I got it on sale. I got it, I think, right after I got my wedding dress. I was like, this will be a party dress, and that's beautiful, and that's perfect. But when I changed, my mom is anxious, so she's like, I'm gonna fall with my dress. I keep feeling I'm gonna trip on it. So I went to change with the wedding planner. They're all helping me, whatever. And I went into the bathroom, and mom came in. She's like, hey. And I was like, hey, mom. I went into the bathroom, and I changed, and I came out. And mom, I see mom, like, her back, like this, like, doo, 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 doo. And Fabiola, the wedding planner, is sitting on the floor cutting her dress.
The hem. Because she had a tail on her dress, like a long, and she's like, I'm gonna trip. Because she trips, from time to time.
She knows.
She's
She knows.
clumsy. And so she was like, I'm gonna fall. So they cut her dress. And then me,
Yes.
there was an assistant for Edu, our brother,
Right.
that was just there in case he needed anything. And I was sweat. Like, I couldn't dance because I would dance a song and then I would be like dripping inside of my dress, just sweat. And I was like, no, this isn't going to work. So I told the assistant, I was like, would you walk back to the hotel, get a dress? I mean, mind you, it was like a couple blocks. It was very close. And I was like, the someone there is gonna give you a dress, a change of dress, which I had taken a red linen dress because my dress was red. I took like a red linen dress that I already had, an old one,
kind of.
But I was like, maybe I need to change, and thank God I did that because he brought it. I went into the bathroom alone. I could barely get the zipper off. And I was just dripping. I was like, I can't take this anymore. And then the little hook in the back, you know how you hook it and then you zip it, that I couldn't get off. So I just pulled it and I ripped it. And then I put my linen dress on and I was like, oh, thank God. And then I could dance the rest of the night.
And then we were comfortable. Mom cut her dress off.
Yeah.
You ripped yours off.
I ripped my dress off.
Changed it. And we were happy.
We were happy. And that's that. And we ended. We were the last ones there. It was like, what? Like 15 people were the last ones standing?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say?
Yeah. And we took a last man standing picture.
We did, and since it's the first time that's ever happened to me, I'm usually the first person to leave an event. I was the last one, and I was like, excuse me, I'm going to be the center of attention in this picture.
I made it!
And I was like, yeah! In my red dress. And, because it's probably the last time it's also...
I know, why?
And, yeah. We took the picture, and that was sad, and then we all walked home. Well, to the hotel. And then the next day, what was also really nice is that everyone was there for the brunch and the breakfast, because everyone has to have brunch. So everyone is there saying, oh, it was so much fun. We're talking about, oh, this happened, and oh, we saw this happen. It was so funny. And then
we took a picture too.
Oh, what the last thing you have to say is that you ate a scorpion the night of your wedding. Oh my God. You can't leave that detail out.
I was peer pressured.
A scorpion was in your stomach the whole night.
And Mom was like, what did you just eat? But I saw she wasn't close by. And she came, she was like, what did you just eat? And I was like, help me. I'm like, am I going to die?
Oh my God.
Because the thing is that we had an entertainer, which my mom was against. My mom was like, it can't
get
too crazy.
She was stressed about that. That made her anxious.
She gets stressed. And I was like, Mommy, we're fine.
It was an entertainer that took games. And so the things you
like
could
a wheel.
get...
Like a challenge wheel.
A challenge wheel. And so the challenges were eating a scorpion.
Eating a grasshopper, which is very common in Mexico.
Oh, well, yeah, but I've never done that. Anyway.
But I think also the scorpions. And
like shots of alcohol,
Toques.
In Mexico, it's very popular to do electric shocks as a form of entertainment. Not joking. I am not joking. Literally. And so you grab onto like the poles, and so when they turn it on, everyone holds hands, and so you're all connected.
It like buzzes.
And you start getting electric shocks.
They turn it higher.
It's so dumb.
It's so fun though. It's so weird.
That is so funny. Anyway, so those were like the challenges.
Yeah, the challenges. And so the wedding planner was like, Danny, come. And I was like, oh, okay. She had Kelvin already. And she was like, you guys have to like welcome him to the party so that people like know what it is, whatever. And I was like, okay, awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Because she was like, you have to like make it fun, like present
get started,
it.
Get people into it.
I was like, of course, let's go. So Kelvin is like, you go first. And I was like, perfect. I go like that. Ding. It's like a little arrow that you throw to the wheel. And he goes, and he gets like a little thing out. He was like, and he goes like this. And I was like, what is that? He's like, you have to eat it. And I was like, what is it? He's like, un alacrán, a scorpion. And I was like, what? And I go, no.
I would have turned around and left. Like, there's no way that's happening.
I know, but everybody was like, what is it? I was like, yeah. And I was like, I have to do it. Because if not, then everyone is going to be like, no, I'm not going to eat it. Then no one's going to do it. So I got peer pressured. And he put it on my hand. And I was like,
you were loving it. No te hagas.
I was dying laughing. I was laughing because I was like, what? And I was like, you have to eat it. And I was like,
ew. It
was so crunchy.
So gross.
And then Mom popped up. She was like, what did you just eat? I was like, Mommy. No, I was like, leave me alone. So yeah, I ate a scorpion. It was like eating a chopstick. I was like,
ew, that is so gross. Oh my god. Disgusting.
But then everybody ate so many things. Everybody just was like part of it, and I was like, I had to do it. That's the last thing I did, and that's it. And then I got to my room. I took off my eyelashes, and I took off my 1,000 pins.
1,000.
And then I hit the pillow, and I was like, and I went to sleep. And then
I took a shower. I took a shower, and it was the best.
Shower?
You know, it was almost 4 a.m, but I was like, future me is gonna be very thankful. And I took a shower. It felt amazing. Yeah. And the next day I was like, thank you, Natalia from the past. It was amazing.
That's where we're different.
So I
went to the breakfast, still not showered. I put on my cute outfit.
Well, I didn't shower in the morning, but I was like, I showered last night.
No. I went to breakfast and I was like, hey, no shame in the game. And then we had breakfast. We hung out all day Sunday. And then Monday, we left.
We left, and the rest of the week for me was very difficult.
Everyone told me. Me too. Me too. I was dead. Like,
Friday night, I went to sleep, and I slept 10 hours, but where, like, I don't think I moved. Yeah. I was like, and then I opened my eyes, and it was, like, 8 a.m, and I was like, whoa, I feel better.
I know. And I got sick.
Yeah, you got sick.
Yeah. It was a lot.
It was the alacran.
It was the alacran. It was
so that was it. We're kind of in mourning that there's no more wedding to talk about, to plan, or to look forward to.
No. Me and Kelvin keep going to dinners to celebrate. We're like, we got married. Yesterday we did it too. We're like, we got married 3 weeks ago.
I love it.
Yeah, that was it. That's the ordeal. Now I have to remember to eat. And my dress.
So the tips for future brides are eat.
Eat. I never thought that was going to happen to me.
Don't forget to eat. Never. And prioritize your good time over things that aren't going to matter.
Exactly. Over your dress. Pick a comfy dress.
Pick a comfy dress.
Prioritize what matters to you. Having fun, being with family, all the things. And just eat and have fun. And that's it.
And drink water.
Don't
eat the scorpion.
Don't eat the scorpion. Toques. But yeah, that was it. Beautiful. Anything else?
I don't think so. No.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Nat.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to relive.
It was. We'll see if you join us for some other videos.
In the future.
The sisters.
Sure thing.